Nick is with us in Indianapolis. Hey, Nick, how are you?
I'm great, Dave. It's an honor to speak with you and Ken as well. I've been listening to you for years and years.
Sure. What's up?
At work every day. Yeah. Okay.
Your phone is all scratchy and bad and ugly. Can you make it pretty? Hello?
You hear me better now?
A little bit. Let's try it.
Okay. I've went through a lot in the past few years. I have went through a divorce and lost both my parents all within 5 years or so. I have a criminal record. I have a DUI on my record and other possession charges. I was a heroin addict for 5 years after my parents died, and I've been 2 years sober now.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time budgeting because I don't make enough money. I make half of what I used to, and it just feels like I'm barely surviving on what I make.
What are you doing right now? What are you doing for work?
I'm a mechanic. I went to trade school right out of high school, and
so auto mechanic or what?
Yeah, auto mechanic. Yeah, at a dealership. I used to be, for. And then I went to school.
Okay. You got your driver's license back after the DUI?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're driving. You just have a record, and you've been dry off the heroin for 3 years.
Yeah, and
Good.
the insurance companies at the dealership they won't accept any DUIs within like 10 years. So I have to work at a private, like a little small lot, and they don't pay as well and other things.
What are you making right now per hour as a mechanic?
$20 an hour.
Okay. What could you make? Let's say, what could you make if you didn't have any of these record issues? What would the rate be that you would expect to make?
40.
Okay, so the insurance at the dealership is to insure what? Your health insurance?
No, the insurance the dealership has to insure me to drive all the customers' cars, test drive. I see. Just the liability that they have for me to drive.
I got you. Okay. How long ago was the DUI?
3 years ago.
Okay. How long before it drops off on this issue?
They said that they can go back 10 years.
Okay.
I think it might be 7, but they said 10. So
okay. All right. So we know what we're dealing with.
Basically, I'm trying to make it by until then, and then I'll have, I'll be fine after that.
No, I don't want you to make it by till then. I want you to go beat the system. We got to figure this out.
Yeah. So the gap here is you're making $20 an hour and you're barely making ends meet making $20 an hour. So we've got some financial stuff we got to look at, and then we need to look at professionally. Where else can I work as a mechanic? And outside of a dealer, I go to a local mechanic. Stacey and I take our cars to a guy, and they're not a big corporation, small business. And, I think there's some good people out there that probably have enough work going around to where you could find a much better paying mechanic job than just a really small shop. I'd at least want to challenge you on that, to look for that and consider that. And I will just tell you this quickly because I want Dave to address some of the financial stuff on why you're not making ends meet and what we can do there. But I want to challenge this premise that all people are going to judge you because of your legal past. A lot of people do, and it's unfortunate. But the reality is that through relationships in your local community, there are enough people that know who you are, who you were, and who you are, and how you've been clean, and how you're making a better path. And it's through relationships that you will get opportunities, because as a mechanic right now, this is a wonderful time. You can make a lot more money than you're making right now, even if you take on a side hustle.
I think you can get back in the $40 range without working for a dealer. I think you can get back with other mechanic things. So let me ask you this. How old are you?
34.
How long ago was the divorce?
3 years.
Okay. All right. So
we had a house.
So what I'm hearing is DUI and dry and divorce all the 3 year mark. That was the bottom, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the bottom.
Okay.
My parents died in 2015, within 2 years apart, and then I was basically spiraling down since 2015.
And let me throw a guess at you. I was 28 when I lost everything and went bankrupt. And it was my fault. The reason I went bankrupt is I was stupid. And I signed a whole bunch of short-term notes. And so after I went bankrupt, I had to recover financially, but I also lost my confidence for a period of time. And then I started handling money God's ways, biblically, common sense ways, and I started gradually rebuilding my confidence. But part of the process for me becoming valuable again in the marketplace was to first forgive myself and get over my past, because I was pretty stinking ashamed. And I kind of think that's holding you back more than the actual marketplace is holding you back. I think you're a stud.
Yeah, I feel like I deserve to make less because of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you lost your family, your heroin, you lost your mom and dad, you had a DUI, and this is your punishment. Well, son, your punishment's over.
Yeah.
As of today, you're no longer being punished. You're a stud. Listen, dude, anybody kicks heroin is a Superman. That is a tough one to bust. That's a tough one. That's no lightweight. That's not vaping, okay? I mean, that's serious crap. So you are a stud, and you are coming back, and you are worth $40 an hour because you can work on a car as good or better than the other doobers that are doing it for $40 an hour.
I know.
You may not be able to do the test drive around the block. You might have to pay the guys next to you $50 a week to do your test drives for you, and you sit in the passenger seat and listen to the symptom, and then you go back and turn the wrench. I don't know. There's a way to skin this cat, though, dude, but it starts with you saying all of the crap is in the rear view mirror, and it's smaller than the windshield because it doesn't count as much. You're worth this, man. You can do it.
I've been trying to get side hustles and stuff, and side work, fixing cars for people, but because of all my trouble, my circle, is, I don't have
Nick, listen, expand your circle. You just agree with what Dave said, now act on it. You believe what he said, now act on it. Expand your circle. Go out right now. The people that do believe in you, ask for opportunity. Start fixing stuff on the side anywhere and everywhere you can. You need
to have people that when they look over across your back, they see a Superman cape.
Yeah.
Because that's who I see. You can do this, young man. You can do this. And I understand. I've had those exact same feelings for different reasons, but I had those exact same feelings. And I became valuable when I started believing I was valuable again.